maybe 15.
Okay, we are live on YouTube. Okay.
Whatever we did last time. What did we do last time?
Fun stuff. Okay. Live on YouTube. Going live on Instagram.
It's good though, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it. Just giving me input.
I know.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Start soon. We've got fellas, Owen, Charlie. Scott is see-through today. Scott is...
He's the invisible man.
He's the invisible man. Okay, if you're on YouTube, and it doesn't work, go over to... No, sorry, if you're on Instagram and something happens, go over to YouTube. I had mushrooms in my coffee. Proper mushrooms.
Legal mushrooms.
Legal mushrooms. Mushrooms. Mushrooms for energy, brain power. Yeah, I got energy. Okay. Sorry, Robert. Okay, next time we'll have to have females in here. I'll make sure.
Yeah, we're trying.
We are
trying.
Just for you. Hi, everyone. If anything happens on Instagram, go to YouTube. It's MJ Travers. I'm going to turn off turn off comments. Oh, hi, Gonda. I've got to do one thing on YouTube. You can chat on YouTube as well. It's fun. All right. Okay. Turning off. Hi in Japan. Make sure, everyone, that you have... Okay, comments going off. I want to see them, but they interrupt where we are, so you guys can't see what we're doing in the class. If you're on YouTube, you can see it. It's massive. You can put it on your TV. I don't know. Most TVs now, you can either mirror your phone or just put it up on your TV. Okay, turning off the comments. And... done. All right, we're going to start. So we need a mat. Okay, you don't need a mat. If you have a mat, awesome. If you don't have a mat, make sure your area is non-slip. I know you can't see my mat properly on Insta. Happy Monday, guys. 2 blocks. If you, water. If you've got sensitive knees, blanket, towel. If you might need a strap. If you don't have a strap, have a t-shirt, a towel, etc. handy. Let's start in a seated position today. So it's going to be cross-legged. You might need to sit up on blocks or maybe on, if you have a bolster or a blanket. I want you to cross the right shin in front of the left. If you're not starting that way, it's totally fine. It's just an easy way for me to keep track of where we are. As you cross the right shin in front, I want you to slide the feet across so the heels come towards that outer knees. So you're crossing right at the middle of the shins. Now, if that brings the shins in towards you too far, slide the shins away from you. And with the shins slid a little further away, look down. It should be a triangle in the middle of the legs. So the groin's the point, goes out to the knees, then across the shins. And sit up nice and tall. Flex the toes in towards the shins. Push the heels out. So flex the toes in, heels out. Yeah. Almost, your feet are like you're standing on either side wall that's on the left and the right side of you. Yeah, so you might have to really pull the ball point of the feet further in, or maybe roll the lateral arch, which is the baby toe side in. This will want to work with the ankles straight off with the feet. If it's uncomfortable, if you're gripping at the hip flexors, I want you to lift your bum up off the ground, sit on something. It's going to make your life a million times easier. And then bring the hands on top of the knees. Sit up nice and tall. So put your head, your skull, on top of your rib cage, on top of your pelvis. So this, I say it a little bit in class, is essentially mountain pose, but your bum, it's your feet. Your bum's your feet as you sit here. Eyes can be open or closed. Sit nice and tall. Notice every time you start to slightly relax as you start to breathe and the lower back starts to slacken and maybe bow a little bit in the wrong direction. Pull yourself back up. So sit as tall as you can up towards the sky. Tuck your chin down and in towards the throat. Not that far, just neutral. And think of pulling the chin back towards the throat. Back and the head lifting up. As you breathe, slowly in and out. Breathe in and out of the nose, just natural breath. If you have Ujjayi breath, we're in an upright spine, you're welcome to take Ujjayi right now. And notice, did the lower back slouch? Can we sit up taller? Keep flexing the toes in, pushing the heels out. And now keep the spine completely still. If it starts to move, I want you to bring it back into containment. So notice if the spine and the shoulders play a part in what we're going to do. Drop your chin down towards the throat. Just going to do a little bit of work on the neck first of all. With the chin at the throat, I want you to trace a line through the left side of your chest so the chin comes to the left shoulder. And then drop your left ear down towards the left shoulder. Notice if the right shoulder is lifting up. Start to lift your chin up towards the sky, keeping the body nice and still. Start to bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then bring your chin down towards the right shoulder. And trace the line through the middle of the chest. On the inhale, we'll bring the chin through the middle to the left. Exhale, bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Freeze the body. Inhale, start to lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Move over to the right. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, chin to right shoulder. Exhale, chin through the center. Pause at the center. Let's go back the other way. Chin through the right side of the chest to the right shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. Start to lift your chin up towards the ceiling. Notice if any parts of the body are moving. Try and keep it nice and still, hugging the hips in. Very slowly, the chin comes through the center, only going as far as it's comfortable, never pushing yourself past that. Left ear comes down to left shoulder. Chin starts to rotate down towards the left shoulder. Let the chin come down through the center of the chest. Now do it to the breath. Inhale, chin through the right. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Don't let the spine move. Inhale, chin comes up through the center as the head goes only as far back as it's comfortable. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, chin to left shoulder. Exhale, chin through the left side. We pause at the center. Inhale, lift the chin back up to the center. Put your head on top of the rib cage, on top of the pelvis. And exhale, let's dome the spine into a seated cat pose. So you can hold onto the knees and pull the spine back as you pull the front of the pelvis forwards and up. Inhale, seated cow. So now expand the chest forwards and up, pull the shoulders back. Try and lift the chest up towards the sky. Use the hands on the legs for leverage. Exhale, one more. Seated cat pose. Inhale, seated cow pose. Lift the chest, tip the pelvis forwards, really expand the front of the spine, shoulders back. And let's come back to a neutral spine. Just one little thing here with this leg still across the front. Inhale, arms to the sky, like mountain pose. Exhale, bring the left hand down, right arm up and over. Let's take a side body stretch. Push the right hip down, keep the toes flexed in. Take movement if it's comfortable. That might be moving the arm in or out, bending the elbow, looking up, down, moving the head around. You might really work on pinning the right hip down to get an even deeper stretch. Like turn the chest up to the sky, down towards the ground. Take another full inhale breath. Keep the toes flexed, heels pushed out. And one more full exhale, maybe sliding the left hand out just a little bit further. Only if it's comfortable. Bring it forward a little further, Charlie. Yeah, out from the hip. Press into the left hand. Inhale, arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We're just going to pretend that's not happening. It's all right. It's fine. Let's cross our other shin in front. So we're going to set it up. Cross the left shin in front. If you need to use your hands to set it up, please do. Flex the toes in. Push the heels out. Nice. Think of the ball point of the feet pushing out. So again, you're standing on either wall. So right and left side, walls that are, you might be around walls, but think there's a wall on the right and left side. The feet are if you're standing on the ground, so they're not turned in or out. And then you slide the heels out, so the heels are out in line with the outer knees. So you're crossing right at the middle of the shins rather than the ankles. Feet slide or shins slide away from you, so you have that big triangle shape with the inner legs again. Hands on the knees, close the eyes, sit up nice and tall. So again, just like the start, we're going to set it up again. Is your pelvis tipped backwards or forwards? Can you sit it up taller? Now this one might be completely different. You might have had an injury or a dominance, so it might be tighter. So maybe you do need to lift yourself up a little bit higher. Make it comfortable. Breathe in and out of the nose. Can you breathe down towards the pelvis, towards where you're sitting? Towards where you're sitting. So think the sitting bones. Pull the breath down to there. Sit up tall. Again, head is on top of the ribs, on top of the pelvis. Take another full breath in and full breath out. So now we're going to cross our arms at the chest. Bring your hands onto the shoulders. So same thing, I want you to think of locking from the low spine down out. So you're going to really press the hips down, keep the toes flexed, really hugging into the outer hips. Whichever arm is on top is totally fine. From here, you are going to flex your spine, bring the chin into the chest, and flex the spine forwards. So you have a rounding in the mid and upper back. Now we'll slowly bring the body to the left, turning to the right. Now drop your left shoulder down so the right shoulder lifts up. And then start to pull the chest forwards and up as you roll the upper back behind you. Keep the elbows hugging in towards your chest. So elbows touch the front of the chest. Right shoulder comes down. You turn the body to the right side. Think of flexing forwards and through the center. Do it to the breath, just like the other side. So try not to move the hips. Inhale, start to turn to the left. Exhale, left shoulder drops down, right shoulder lifts up. If you need to look at me, you can. Inhale, start to extend the front of the spine up like cow pose. Exhale, right shoulder comes down. Inhale, turn the chest down to the right. Exhale, we start to roll through the center. Release the arms. You can come up to a neutral spine. We're going to take the opposite cross. Grab the shoulders. So the elbows again are hugging into the front of the body. Take an inhale breath. And then start to bring your chin towards the chest. Round the spine forwards. Only go as far as it's comfortable. So the entire back's not rounding. It's just the upper back rounding forwards. And let's take it to the right-hand side. Turn your body to the right. And then we flex the right side. Extend the left side up. Left shoulder's higher. Really slowly start to now roll the upper back behind you. So we start to roll back, lift the chest. Start to drop the left shoulder down. As we now turn the body, the chest towards the left, begin to flex the spine forwards as the chest comes now through the center. We'll take an inhale as we turn to the right. Exhale, right shoulder down, left shoulder up. Inhale, start to extend the chest forwards and up. Exhale, left shoulder down, right shoulder up. Inhale, turn the chest to the left. Start to flex the spine forwards. Exhale, we come back to the center. Lift the spine back up to neutral. Inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left arm over. So the hand feet are coming straight out from the hip. You can come onto the forearm, you can use a prop under the palm, take movement, whatever feels good for you on this side. Pivot the chest up or down, just like what we were doing. Maybe anchoring the left hip down so you get an even deeper stretch. Flex the toes. Good. Hit the heels pushing out. It's a slight activation in the legs and the ankles. A couple more breaths. So really feel where the stretch is the most sensation that's standing out for you here. One more full exhale. Press into the right hand. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a full inhale breath and a full exhale breath. Let's bring ourselves to a tabletop position, hands and knees. Have your blocks at the top of the mat. You might use them soon, you might not need to. They're always going to be better use for you if they are closer where you can grab them. So take them around the mat as you need. And in a tabletop, the fingers might be together or comfortably spread, fingers forwards, out, in, whatever feels better for the shoulders. You can tuck the toes if that feels better for the feet and the ankles. So we're going to do some scat presses here. I want you to think of a spine staying neutral. So nothing changes, no cat, no cow. I want you to think of the spine lifting up without rounding, so slightly less of the rounding in the upper back. Good, and then on the exhale, you drop it back down. On the inhale, you press up through the spine, keep it neutral. On the exhale, think of the chest dropping down, the shoulders pulling up. Pull the underarms up into the body. Inhale. Exhale, pull it down. Keep the head in line with the spine. Inhale, again, lift it up. Exhale, we drop it down. Now we're going to make a square with our shoulders, keeping the hands nice and pressing down, nice and stable. So think, inhale, you lift up. We're going to move the chest forwards, pulling the shoulder blades back. So it's very minimal movement. Exhale, we let it pull away from the rib cage. And now we pull the body back, shoulders pull forwards, and we press up. Move forwards, pull the shoulders back, drop the body down. Forwards, lift up. Let's reverse it. Drop it down, and then pull it back. Lift up, bring it forwards, pull the shoulders back. Again, drop it down, keep the elbows straight. And then, I forget which way we're going. Move it back, lift up, move the body forwards. We'll do it one more time. Body drops down, keep the arms straight, elbows hug in. Move the body back, so think shoulders pull towards the ears. Lift up, keep the collarbones wide. And then move the body forwards, pull the shoulder blades back towards your bum. Now we can move the spine. Inhale, cow, tilt the tailbone up, lift the chest. Exhale as you dome the spine, cat pose. Option to come onto the fingertips if that feels better for your body. Again, inhale, cow, flip the breastplate up, lift the hamstrings all the way up. Exhale as you dome for cat pose. Really round the spine and push it up towards the sky as much as you can. Good, one more time. Inhale, collarbones wide, lift the chest, pull the shoulder heads back. And exhale, roll up the spine, dome, cat of the spine, flexion. Let's come to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes forwards. Make sure that you're at the top of the mat. Press the hands down, but hug the triceps in. So really feel the upper arms squeezing in towards one another. At the same time, you're going to pull the collarbones wide. With the toes tucked, hover the knees off the ground. Now, if this is too much for you, just keep the knees down on the ground. Think of the hips being in line with the shoulders, and nothing really changes from tabletop with the knees on the ground. You're just simply lifting them off the ground an inch or two. Take a full inhale breath. Exhale, lower the knees back to the ground, tabletop. Inhale, hover the knees, lift them up. Good. Exhale, lower them back down. We're going to do a couple of transitions here. Inhale, hover the knees. Now, keep your hips frozen where they are. Don't let this move. One leg at a time. Remember which one you start with. Let's step back to a high plank position. Good. Keep pulling the breastplate forwards. Press the thigh bones back. Good. The heel bones back. Think of tucking your bum back towards the heels. Pull your bum just a tiny bit, Jolie. Pull the chest bum down. Yeah. Chest forwards, thighs press firm. We need to press your thighs up a tiny bit more. Yes, good. Take another full inhale breath. Let's step back forwards to that hovering tabletop position. Contain the upper body as much as you can. Good. Take a full breath in. Knees are still hovering. Good. Hug the upper arms in. Beautiful. Exhale, knees to the ground. So remember which leg you started with, stepping back. Also remember which leg that you started with, stepping forwards. Now, if you start to get any fatigue in the hands or the shoulders, I want you to think, use the muscles in the body. So hug the upper arms in, keep the upper body nice and firm, the ribs in, outer hips hugging, everything working together. So from here, we're going to do just a little bit for the wrist before we move on. Turn the fingers out as far as you can go. And that might be that the fingers point all the way back towards the knees, only if that's comfortable for the body. If you need to do this one hand at a time, you can. Maybe one hand turns out to the side, one turns back. Inhale for cow. So this might be a lot more minimal movement with the spine. Collarbones pull wide. Press down into the fingers and the palms. Exhale as you dome for cat. Again, only as far as it's comfortable. Anytime you need to cut the knees, please do so. Inhale, cow. Pull the chest forward through the biceps. Push into the fingers, the hands. Exhale as you round the spine. If you're just doing the one, swap it over now. Inhale for cow. Do two more. Exhale, dome for cat. One more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Turn the fingers forwards. Flip the back of the palms down towards the ground. Now, if you need to do this one hand at a time, please do one. You can do both. You can do both. But again, we'll just do 4, so we do 2 each side. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Press into the back of the palms, the back of the hands. Inhale, cow. And exhale, dome for cat. Swap it over if you've just done the one. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Last one, pressing into the hands. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Bring the hands flat to the ground. If you need to roll the wrists or anything else, please do. Maybe roll the body around the hands. And let's come back to that tabletop position. In a tabletop, tuck the toes again, hug the upper arms in. Inhale, hover the knees, hovering tabletop. Chest stays pulling forwards, upper arms hugging. So think of, again, navel hugs up, outer hips hug, so you're really containing everything from your upper thighs up to your neck and your arms. Take a full inhale breath. Let's start with the opposite leg, step back to a high plank position. Keep the body contained again. Tuck the back of your bum towards the heels at the same time. Roll the inner thighs up and push the thighs towards the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's keep the right hand down. Bring the feet closer together. Pivot onto the outside of the right foot. Side plank position. Option to take a modification, which is the right knee lowering to the ground, or the left foot coming in front of the right, having the left foot flat. Push the hips up, pull the shoulders back. Option to bend the right elbow, but think right shoulder blade sliding down towards the right butt cheek. Ribs in, chest turns up towards the left hand. Inhale for Uttita, an extension of the left arm over the ear. And let's exhale, come back to that high plank position. Inhale, left side. Left hand stays down. You can stack or stagger the feet. You can bring the left knee down or the right foot forwards. Pull the left shoulder blade back, pull the ribs in. Tuck the left hip down towards the right heel, or the back of the mat. Now pull the chest up towards the right hand. Inhale, right arm comes over the ear. And exhale back to a high plank position. We're here for an inhale breath. Child's pose, exhale. Big toes together, arms come forwards. You might need your blocks here, so just have them easy to grab. Take a full breath. Let's walk the hands as far left as they can go. So the upper body goes over to the left side. Press the hips back and down towards the right heel. And then again, like before, you can explore. Take movement if it feels good. One shoulder up, the other shoulder up. Maybe binding an arm, threading an arm. Stack one hand on top. Whatever this side needs. Take another full breath in. Let's take it over to the other side. Hands walk as far as they can go over to the right. And press the left hip back and down. Same thing. Stack a hand, thread, bind behind the back. Look up. Twist the other way. What does this side need? Might be completely different than what the previous side needed. Take another breath in. Again, always supporting the body with blocks wherever you need. One more full exhale. Bring the hands back to the center. Hold for the exhale breath. Inhale, lift up to a tabletop position, hands and knees. Again, at the top of the mat, exhale, tuck the toes. Inhale, hovering tabletop, lift the knees, just an inch or two. Exhale, let's step back to a high plank pose. Again, remember which leg you did first. Let's bring the feet together. Inhale, side plank, right hand down, left hand up, modify as you need. Exhale, high plank position. Inhale, right hand up, left hand stays, left shoulder pulls back, stack, stagger the feet or lower a knee or foot. Exhale, high plank position. Take a full inhale breath. Now in your head, I want you to put which foot you step back with because we're going to come back there. Now exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take any movement you need in down dog. That might be bending the knees, moving the hips, the head, the shoulders. Pivot the feet side to side. Move the arms. Maybe lifting the legs up into the side. Breathing. Start to really feel the length in the spine. Pull the hips back, away from the wrists. Now I want you to notice your spine. Does it feel long and neutral, or is it more cow or more cat? If it's more cow or cat, please bend the knees just a little bit. And now from there, tilt the tailbone up like a cow. Keep the bend of the knees, and then use your thighs. So turn on the quads to pull the hips further back away from the wrist, from the chest. Now, if your chest is all the way towards your thighs, I want you to bring it away from it a little bit so you can broaden the upper back. So it's neutral, not more like that would be cow. We don't want it cow. Now keep lifting the hamstrings, but push your calves down, reaching the heels towards the ground. They don't have to touch. Take a full inhale breath. Walk your hands to the back of the mat, all the way back. Let's take a ragdoll at the very back of the mat. So let's widen the feet out to the width of the mat. Bend the knees so much that your tummy can rest on the thighs. Nice deep forward bend. Hip flexion. Bind the arms, the fingers, whatever feels good. The head's just kind of hanging on, so you're not controlling, no muscles working in the neck, the shoulders. Any bind, swap it over. So take the awkward grip, the opposite forearm, opposite fingers go on top. Notice where you're putting the weight in your feet. Be mindful of that. Then more weight in the toes, the heel, the inner, the outer foot. One more full breath in. Release the hands to the ground. Bring the feet to a hip width position. Nice and stable. So have the feet where they will help you to be stable. Inhale, lift halfway. Bring the fingertips onto the shins. Stay here. So with the fingertips on the shins, I want you to pull the chest forwards as you lift the hamstrings up. Push your calves into your fingertips. Keep a tiny, tiny bend in the knees so the shin bones point up and you can extend the front of the chest further forwards. Think of looking down to the ground, keeping the back of the neck neutral. Now hug your rib cage up. Good. Now keep the chest lifted. I want you to lift the front of the chest a little. Good. Take a full breath in. Start to hug the outer hips in, so squeeze your bum into the center. Inhale, come up to mountain pose. Lift the arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart. Samasthiti to here. Stand in attention. Good. Now, again, just like when you were seated, head, rib cage, pelvis, heel bone. Do you need to lean backwards, forward, side to side? Where is the weight in the body? Where's that straight plumb line of the body? Nice. Think of the chin slightly tucking down, back of the neck lifting up. Press the thighs back. Pull the rib cage back in towards the back of the body. Again, you can take Ujjayi breath if that works for you, or natural breath. But think of breathing nice and low. So breathe into that pelvic area, front, back, expanding as much as you can, really working with that. Inhale, lift the arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, goalpost the arms. So lift the chest up, tuck your bum down so it is active, but the thigh bones push back, heel bones down. Inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to the hips. I want you to grip the hips and use that as stability. Inhale, lift the left knee up towards the chest. Lift it as high without going into flexion. So keep a nice upright spine when you're seated. Option to bend your right knee if your pelvis is going to go with it. So it's like a release valve for the pelvis. Flex the toes up towards the shin. On the exhale, bring the knee across the body without the pelvis moving. So think pelvis stays nice and neutral. Knee comes across the body. So it might move just a couple of inches. Right hip hugs in, right toe presses down. Inhale, knee back to the center. Exhale, it opens to the left. Again, without the pelvis moving. So really hugging into the outer right hip. Stay nice and upright, pelvis even. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, back to the center. On the exhale, step the left foot back, pull the knee down to the ground. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms come up towards the sky. My bad, guys. I should have said step forwards. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Lift the chest up. Inhale, arms lift straight back up to the sky. Push the right big toe mound down. Exhale, hands frame the right foot. Lift the back knee. Now here, press the left thigh bone towards the sky, point the right knee forwards. If you are rounded, use blocks or books under your hands, lifting the chest up a little bit higher. So you, again, have a neutral spine. We don't want cow, we don't want cat. We want that neutral position. Now left thigh bone pushes up, push your back thigh higher. A little higher again. Get higher. So that means lift your hips higher. Yeah. And that might mean put blocks under the hands. Hip the left heel pushing back, right hip hugging further back. Good. Now come up onto your fingertips. So the front chair or the chest is hovering off the front thigh. Option to fly the arms back behind you. Keep the right hip hugging back, left thigh bone pushing up. Look down to the right toes. Keep the back of the neck long. Option to reach the arms forwards, a straight line from back leg to fingertips. Lift your chest up a tiny bit more. Good. Take another full inhale breath. Exhale, hands to the ground, let's frame the right foot. Inhale, standing splits. Lift the left foot up off the sky, so leaning forwards. Exhale, step the left foot down next to the right foot. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift the arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, option for a baby back bend, maybe slightly larger. Tuck your bum down to the heels. Press the heels down. Good. Lift the chest out of the low back. Inhale, arms are straight back up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Tip down all the way into a forward fold, bending the knees through that. Inhale, lift halfway. Good. Yes, lift the chest up forwards. Exhale, low lunge. Let's step our right foot back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift the left foot up and back behind us. Bend the left knee, open the hip, reach the foot towards the right glute. Now square your chest towards the ground. Left knee lift up to the sky. Option to straighten the left leg. Rotate the left shoulder back down. Push the right heel towards the ground. Take another full inhale breath. Keep hugging the right hip back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Whichever hand you started with first, take a full inhale breath. Now let's do the opposite. Walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale, lift halfway, feet at hip width position. Lift the hamstrings up, lean further forwards. Press down into the heels. Exhale, hold. Lean the arms back or forwards, whatever works for you. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift the arms straight up to the sky. Good. Exhale, back baby back bend. Good. Press your thighs further back. Inhale, arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the hips, so really gripping onto the hips. Ground into the left foot. Inhale, lift the right foot straight up. Same thing, the hips don't move. Flex the toes up towards the face. Option here to bend the left knee just a little bit. The ankle might wobble. That's a good thing. We can start to learn a little, the body learns the stability for the left foot, the left ankle, the left leg. So keeping nice and upright in the spine, the right knee is as high as it can go without flexion of the spine. Exhale, knee across the body. Keep the left big toe, left foot, outer hip hugging in. Inhale, back to the center, so pelvis stays square forwards. Exhale, open the knee to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, bring it across the body. Good. Inhale, back to the center. Keep the foot beneath the knee, so only move at your rotation. Exhale, open it to the right. Keep the pelvis square. Inhale, back to the center. Now, this is what we're supposed to do before, but I messed it up. I want you to step as far forward as you can with control. So come up onto the left tiptoes, step to the top of the mat. Now lower the back knee. We'll do it the other side next time. Inhale, crescent move. Lift the arms up. Exhale, gold post the arms. Put your front foot back. Good. Tailbone down towards the ground. Inhale, arms are straight back up to the sky. Exhale, hands on the ground, frame the front foot. Back, front heels on the ground as well. Lift the back knee. Let's really set it up into a nice, strong, low lunge. Fingertips maybe on the ground or on the block, so you might be on palms. But your left thigh bone is pushing up towards the sky. The pelvis should feel somewhat buoyant. Keep the right knee pointed forwards over the right middle toe. Slide the right hip back. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Now come up onto the fingertips. Fly the arms back or forwards. Keep the chest forwards. Take a full breath. Exhale, hands to the ground again. Inhale, standing splits. Left foot to the sky, just like before. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the foot down to meet next to the right. Inhale, lift halfway. Either arms fly back or forwards, whatever you can keep a neutral spine with. Outer hips hug, point the knees forwards. Inhale, come up to mountain pose. Exhale, your choice of the back bend, just goal posting the arms, thighs back, heels down. Inhale, arms lift straight back up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, tip forwards. and down. Little bend in the knees there. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Let's step the left foot back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right foot up and back behind you. Let's bend the right knee, open the hip, but keep the chest square towards the ground. Rotate the right shoulder down. Push the left calf, the left heel down. Option to bend the right knee or straighten the right leg, lifting it up. And can you pull the left hip further back? Take a full breath in. Hug the upper arms in, forearms push forwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale breath. Start with the first hand that you started with. Walk the hands back to the feet. Exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Stay in a halfway lift, either arms back or forwards again, neutral spine. Inhale, mountain pose, lift all the way up. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Your choice of how deep the back bend is. Press the heels down. Good, tuck your bum down. Inhale, arms back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the hips. Do a shortened version. Inhale, lift the left foot up, bend the knee towards the chest as far as you can go. Exhale, knee across the body, keep the foot beneath the knee, pelvis square. Good. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, we open it to the side. Again, square the hips, hug the right hip in, right big toe down. Inhale, back to the center. Now step as far forward as you possibly can. Good. This time, keep the back knee lifted. Inhale, either arms are back or forwards with the body leaning forwards. Exhale, hands to the ground or your blocks. Start to pull the left hip back as you tip forwards. Inhale, standing splits. Right foot to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Feet come down, hip width. Your choice. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, we hold. Again, arms back or forwards, your choice. Or fingers can stay on the shins, the ground, your blocks. Inhale, come up, mountain pose all the way. Exhale, your choice of back bend or just posting the arms again. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to the hips. We're going to even it out. Inhale, lift the right knee up. Exhale, knee across the body. Keep the foot beneath the knee, toes flexed. Up, good. Inhale, back to the center. Bend the left knee as much as you need. Exhale, we open the knee to the right side. Inhale, back to the center. This time we're going to step to the back of the mat, right foot. And your choice. Inhale, arms forwards or backwards, low flying crescent, right thigh bone pushes to the sky. Exhale, hands to the ground. Let's lean forwards. Inhale, standing splits. Right foot lifts up. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Try to get box a little closer to the squat, see if that helps. Inhale, lift halfway. Let's come down to a squat and curl position. Tiny little ball. You're welcome to balance if you'd like. This is often where in class I give you the option of a flying frog, a crow pose, whatever it might work for you. Baby crow. Maybe crow on the blocks. Or just breathe here. Closing the eyes is an option. Bringing the hands off the ground is an option. Take 2 more breaths. Let the breaths be internal. Let them be focused. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog, however you would like to get there. So if you're in an arm balance, a hand balance, you might want to jump back. Take it through whatever Vinyasa works for you. Meet back in down dog in 5, 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog. Take an inhale breath. Let's walk the hands to the back of the mat. Always alternating each time you do this with which hand you start with. Inhale, lift halfway. Keep lifting the hamstrings up, lengthen the spine. Either arms backwards or forwards, looking down, back of the neck is long. Good. Inhale, mountain pose. Come all the way up. Your choice of back bend. Exhale, breath. Inhale, arms to the sky, stand tall. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, step as far forwards as you can. Find that control. Lean the upper body forwards. Inhale, arms either back or forwards. Pull the left hip back. Exhale, let's open up to a warrior two. Adding on, sorry, I should have said adding on. Right toes angled in. Little flow. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Keep the left knee tracking open. Turn the right toes in just a little bit more. Nice. Exhale, side angle pose. Either forearm on thigh, hand outside or inside. Inhale for Utthita. Right arm comes over the ear. Hug the left hip back. Seal the outer right foot down. Hug the left butt cheek in. Exhale, Prasarita. Let's sweep. Turn the left toes in to parallel the right. Inhale, lift halfway. Lift the chest forwards and up. Exhale, low lunge back to the left side. Press the the right hand down. Inhale, side plank. Your option. You can grab the left knee. You can grab the left big toe if you have a big toe grip. Coming into a side plank position. Right shoulder pulls back. Option to stack the feet. Option right knee down. Option left foot down in front of the right foot. The right leg. Take an inhale breath. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Take a breath in. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. Opposite hand starts. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, arms back or forwards again. Keep a neutral spine. Inhale, lift up, mountain pose. Exhale, your choice of back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step as far forward with control as you can. Again, we got the little add-on. Inhale, either arms back or forwards, low flying crescent with extension. Exhale, let's open up to a warrior two. As we flow, inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the right knee bent and tracking open, left thigh firm. Exhale, side angle A, B, or C, your choice. Inhale, Utthita, left arm comes over the ear. Keep pushing the right knee open. Turn the chest to the sky. Exhale, Prasarita. Sweep through the right, turn the right toes in. Inhale, lift halfway, lift the chest forwards and up. Hug the outer hips in. Exhale, low lunge, pivot right. Plant your left hand down, hug the left shoulder back. You might hold the right knee, you might hold the right big toe, or step the feet back, moving into your side plank. Left shoulder hugs back. You can always lower the left knee down or bring the right foot in front of the leg, like earlier. Squeeze the shoulder blades back behind you. Take another full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, frog squat. Bring the feet outside of the wrists. Hands to heart, elbows to knees. Sway side to side if that's comfortable. Lift the front of the chest up, pull the knees wide. Make sure the heels are grounded, whether that means that you roll the mat up behind you and stick it under the heels. You use a blanket. You lift the hips higher. Maybe open the feet wider. Just a couple of little things here and that's it. Option to bring the arms forward or up to the sky. Pull the knees wide. Can you upright the front of the chest? Think of slightly leaning back, but hug your butt cheeks in and up. We haven't done this for a while. We're going to stand up. Because you love it, right? I'll do it with you. Okay. So I want you to think, pushing the knees wide. Let's stand up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you lift, we lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 7, 6. This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5. Push the knees out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And the right knee, the left knee. Move the body around a little. You'll thank me in 2 days or longer. Now let's walk the feet closer together, but you're going to turn the toes out and bring the heels together off the ground, just like Owen's doing here. Make sure the heels are touching. If this is too much for you, just come into a squat and curl. So if you've got any ankle things going on, squat and curl, forward fold, whatever works. But otherwise, we balance. I don't even know what this is called. Diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay. So from here, you might need to have your hands on blocks on the ground. You might be able to bring the hands up onto the legs. You might be able to, so from here, think of the work that we just did, lifting up and down. You might be able to lift the hands to the sky, maybe the hands clasped. Option to look up. Option to hover the hips just a little bit higher. Push the feet into one another, the toes down, the ball point down. Take a breath in. And then we're going to come to a seated position. So if you need, arms reach forward, bum down. Okay, now from here, soles of the feet together, knees wide, sit up on a block again. If you need, peace fingers around the big toes, hook them in, lift the chest up, pull the outer knees down. Shin bones pull up towards the face, sit tall. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, we tip forwards without rounding, so we keep the neutral spine. Shins pull wide. Breathe here. You might push the elbows into the shins push up. Breathe as low and as deep as you can. The breath is going to help the body to release, to open, to go further. If you are in flexion, if you're rounding, come up a little bit higher. Two more breaths. Keep activating the legs. Pull the knees out. Press the feet towards one another. Try and lift them towards the face. One more inhale. One more full exhale. Inhale, we'll sit up. Bring the knees together. So from here, let's open our legs wide. If you need to sit up on something again, please do. So if you need, hands behind, lift your hips up, push you further forwards. Keep your kneecaps pointed up, toes pointed up. Flex the toes in, push the heels out. So the work that we were doing with the glutes, and I haven't done this for a while, we were doing this in class quite a while ago, but I want you to think of leaning slightly forwards. The hands might need to come back or forwards. If you're sitting up on something, just be careful, please. You're going to push into the fingers, push the calves down, lift your bum off the ground. Lower your bum back down. So this is a lot of work. So you're really going to activate the legs. Lean forwards, lift the hips up. Keep the toes flexed. Lower your bum down. You might not even come off the ground. That's totally fine. Even if it's the tiniest little bit, lean forwards if you can without the hands. You might lift the hips up. Again, this is a lot of work. Do any of the options that I've previously gone through. Use the hands behind, in front. Maybe you can lift the arms up. Press the calves down. You lean forward slightly. Hug your butt cheeks up. Think of lifting the hips. Whew. Give it a couple more goes. How are you guys doing? It's fun, isn't it? Okay, keep the toes flexed in. Really work the legs. Push the calves down. Use your hands behind each other. You've got it. That's all right. You do the ones that work. One more time. Flex the toes in like crazy. Push the heels out. So, yeah. Toes towards the face. Lean forwards. Yeah, good. Nice. The more you do it, the more our body starts to understand what to do. Yeah? Okay. You might need to use the hands here. Bring the legs back in towards. And let's lower down onto our back. Take the blocks where they're easy to grab. Hug the knees into the chest once on your back. Little rock side to side. Let's bring the arms to a goalpost or a T position, depending on how much space you have. You may need to here lower the feet quickly and just bring the hips a little over to the right side before you lower the legs over to the left. So take the legs stacked over to the left side. Now, if you need, put your props under the outer left leg or in between both knees as well. It's an option. Option to turn your head over the right shoulder. If you feel any compression or restriction in the lower back, move your bum further over to the right. Maybe slide the knees up a little higher towards your left underarm. Breathe deep. Take one more breath in. One more full breath out. Bring the legs back to the center and hug the knees to the chest again. Bring the arms out wide. Again, the feet might need to come to the ground first so you can pivot your hips to the left side this time to lift the knees up and over towards the right side. Same thing. Notice what you're feeling in the lower back and the sacrum. Head can turn to the left. Put props under the outer right leg and or in between the knees, especially if you feel any tightness or pulling at the low back. Close the eyes. Become aware of here and now, even more so as we're winding down. Full breath in. Full, slow, calm breath out. Bring the legs back to the center. Hug the knees in as you pull them out towards the underarms. So you can take a passive happy baby, just holding the shins or the hamstrings. You're welcome to move into a full happy baby if you're feeling it for the practice right now. Push the pelvis down, shoulders back, collarbones wide. You're welcome to move side to side. You're welcome to stay still. And extend the legs as well. Take one more breath in. And hug the knees to the chest. Forehead in towards the knees. Bring the tiniest, smallest little ball that you possibly can. Release now into our resting pose of Shavasana. Now you are more than welcome to do anything else that feels good, any other poses, transitions, anything that you feel ready and open for. Please go into that right now. In Shavasana, you may want to put blocks under the back of the knees, the pelvis, however it's comfortable, something over the abdomen. If you are on Instagram, we've only got a minute and a bit left, so I'm going to stop that in a second. You can go over to YouTube if you want the rest of the class. As you lay here, think of the entire body surrendering down. So cells just relaxing, but feeling the breath move in and out. Feeling the body relaxing further and further. Letting yourself take advantage of the most important part of the class. As you lay here. As you breathe. As you surrender. As you do lay here, take in the noises. Without labeling them, differentiating each noise, whether it's nice or not. Just let it be noise. Let it flow around you, remaining unperturbed by this noise. Just breathing in and out. Feeling the breath gently move into the body. Feeling the areas of the body that move as you breathe in and out. Breath, such an important part of our life. Our mind, our body, our breath together. I highly suggest that you stay right here. Relax. 10-20 minute Shavasana is. If you are ready to come back, start to deepen your breath. Start to move your body away. Fingers, toes, face, jaw. Move it around. And maybe stretching the arms out, legs out. Bringing it into a little ball and rolling onto whichever side is most comfortable for you. And slowly begin to bring yourself to a seated position. You can sit up on your props, sit how it's comfortable. Eyes open, eyes closed, hands on the legs that lap the heart. Again, where it's natural, whatever feels right for you. What you can really close out this practice, being present with, not thinking this is uncomfortable or I have to do this because this is what they said. Sit for what feels good for you. If that means stay lying down, stay lying down. Think about the way that you moved today, things that your mind and your body did. Think about how you now feel and what has changed. Do you think differently? Feel differently? Emotions at a different level? Is your energy at a different place? Each of these changes, the more that we do this, the more we stay in a different state. So you can truly help yourself to be less crazy up and down, to find more fluidity throughout everything that we do. I think it's important. Bring the hands now through breath, thumbs to the third eye. As we bow in gratitude, I thank every single one of you. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Please, if you know anyone that can help, to subscribe. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Comment, like, thumbs up. I think it's at 615.
1,000.
Trying to get to 1,000. So if you could help me. Have a great day, guys. Love you all.